This controversial Mexican rapper from Mexico is allegedly being targeted by the cartel. He's been getting millions of views and could switch between different styles of music, and is now being considered a legend due to his versatility.
Ya se fueron las nieves de enero y llegaron las flores de mayo. Oh na na na, oh na na na, oh na na na, yeah. Chiquitito, mis ojos por la calle, camino escandaloso. Voy fumando creepy, el humo flota por mi zona. Take it easy, que el barrio está peligroso, bro. Chiquitito, mis ojos por la calle, camino escandaloso. Voy fumando creepy, el humo flota.
Meet Santa Fe Klan, also known as Angel, who's quickly becoming one of the most controversial rappers in Mexico, and who's had many run-ins with 12, like getting his place raided or running from them to avoid getting caught up. He began his career in 2013 as a member of the Santa Fe Clan group.
Con todo el bandón a diario le me cotorreo, si me trabo es porque fumé de ese leño. A mí me cuida sacudita así la suerte, porque en la calle nadie sabe lo que te esperé. Carnal, sabes, puro frente, me rifo con los dementes, con todos los locos del barrio, de los que fuman de la verde, piedra, mona, mota, de lo que aquí pendeja, lo que pendeja total aquí mi pinche cabeza. Ya se fue el sol, la neta no me voy a meter, mejor voy a caer a grabar pa' que rife la Santa Fe.
Which dissolved in 2017 after putting out 80 songs, summing up their songs in their albums. Then he continued as a solo artist under the same name. In 2017, the group released its first album, titled Por Costumbre. 2 years later, Santa Fe Clan debuted as a solo artist with his song Bendecido. Since then, he has enjoyed great success, becoming one of the favorites of the Mexican rap scene.
Santa Fe, rolando la bacha pa' la derecha. Ya sabes que vamos siempre pa'l frente como en la flecha. Dejando cosecha, hierba fresca, préndete la pinche tornillo hasta que amanezca. Mire, no, pero no me mires, no me mires.
Among his most outstanding hits are Cumbia Pandilera, Ya se hizo costumbre, En espera, Así estoy, Diente por diente, and Infiel. He grew up in the Santa Fe neighborhood, which gave him his name, and has mentioned several times that the experience in the neighborhood was crucial for the development of his career. Without the support of his family or friends, he wouldn't have came so far. There he learned the most important lessons of his life. He grew up listening to rap and was inspired by the streets. Before we get into this video, I do want to say, my bad if y'all hear a fan noise in the background. Y'all know it's summertime, so it's hot. I got no AC. Real blood, sweat, and tears going into these videos, bro. I'm not lying. At the age of 12, he began composing, recording his first single at 13. However, it was not until he turned 15 that he would begin to take music more professionally.
Esta va para todas las nenas que por ahí me esperan, que el guache en el video que se verán todas las yecas juntadas de mi Guanajuato, que lo ando representado donde quiera que me paro. Tú me andas grabando y yo aquí ando moneando, cheleando con estos vatos, nada más aquí un rato, pa' saber si mañana me muero y ya no loqueo. Mejor con la banda me quedo y si loqueo me muero.
Being signed by the record label Alzal Records, the first hip-hop album he listened to was by Cypress Hill when he was 14 years old. Other influences Santa Fe had came from norteño music. His second album, Necesidad, was released in June 2020 in collaboration with Lefty SM. The album included a total of 10 songs, among which Por Mi Mexico, Soy Mercenario, Está Caliente, and Mi Decepción. Now, rumors have it that he's been targeted by the cartels after one of his rap friends, Lefty SM, was killed by them, which allegedly led for him to cancel his shows due to possible death threats, even though his team had said it was because he broke his hand and due to his health, claiming that he had been operated on and would have to rest for at least a week. But this didn't cut it, and people still believe that he's been chased by the cartel. Recently, a video began circulating on social media which shows him being detained by the cops. Apparently, it was only to check his belongings, and it didn't go any further, but his fans were concerned. This wouldn't be the only incident that made him hit the headlines, because he was also getting canceled for being homophobic after he attacked a gay man who asked him for a photo. Although we really don't know what happened because I don't think there was any video proof. If I find a clip online, I'll try to put it in this video. But what happened next was even more insane. He was being accused of not being the father to his own kid. This started when Mexico's rich kid influencer Fofo Marquez claimed that it might be his son. Fofo claimed that he linked up with Santa Fe Clan's ex, Maya Nason, around the same time they linked up. She announced that she was pregnant. Later on, a video of him wearing a bulletproof vest with several army soldiers surfaced, and many thought he was going to get caught up by the cartel. This had his fans worried about him, and it also had people who were hating on him, saying that he deserved it for putting himself in that position. They concluded that his career was over and went as far as wishing death on him. Even though he never addressed the rumors, he made it clear that he was not going to argue with trolls because he is not here to make enemies. One of his goals is to set an example and to guide his people and supporters to the right places. He may have been involved in several controversies, but he's known for giving his fans money and free tickets in the past. Furthermore, he caused a stir after showing that he had been detained, and recently a video began to circulate on various different Instagram accounts where the upcoming rapper was involved in somewhat of a compromising situation, causing a great uproar. The popular Mexican rapper posted an Instagram story of him walking down the street in Mexico City. Santa Fe Clan announced one of his upcoming performances on Instagram. He said, "Smoking, traffic, and rhymes. Come on, people. Be there November 12th. See you at the arena in Mexico City. Don't miss it," because this was going to be really cool. As soon as he finished saying that, a patrol car appeared in the background and the rapper turned around and began to run. Then 12 immediately caught up to him, and Santa Fe Clan responded, "Everything okay, boss? I'm just smoking a cigarette." The cop insisted that he opened his backpack. In the video, you could see the struggle between Santa Fe Clan and the cop. Santa Fe Clan refused to cooperate, and in the struggle, he ended up on the ground. Finally, he is heard saying, "I'm recording a video. Everything is fine, boss. I was just recording a video." "Open the backpack as I'm telling you," said the cop. "All good, boss. Give me the cell phone. I was just recording a video," Santa Fe said seconds before the video was cut off.
Todo bien, jefe. A ver, carnal, dando un video nomás de una chance. Es una promoción.
It is said that the world of hip-hop and the cartel have always gone hand in hand, and narco hip-hop is hip-hop's most dangerous game. Almost 10 years into Mexico's war with the cartels, a subgenre of hip-hop made its way through the most embattled border towns and into the rest of the country, the US, and even the military. When Big Los was deported from Texas to the Mexican border city of Matamoros, Tamaulipas, in 2015, he was worried. He'd released a rap track a few months before, Alto Calibre, boasting the exploits of the Chilango, an incarcerated member of the Gulf Cartel. The man behind bars had been a major figure in the Mexican city of Reynosa, which is roughly 50 miles inland from Matamoros. These two cities have long been bastions of fractions of the Gulf Cartel, and while these groups sometimes get along, they sometimes don't. Big Los is a recognizable figure, known as much for his gruff voice and gun-towing music videos as his massive physique, reminiscent of Big Pun or the Notorious B.I.G. The rapper was no stranger to Matamoros. He'd actually been born there before his family illegally migrated across the border to Brownsville, Texas when he was a child. As a teenager, growing up in a rough part of Brownsville, he sold drugs and eventually ended up in jail. After release, he found rap music and used it as a way to leave the streets. He was deported to Mexico in 2015 after he tried to apply for US citizenship. Starting in the 80s and 90s, artists combined the accordion traditional genre with this practice of telling boastful tales of drug traffickers in Mexico, and these narco songs are still widely popular today. However, in the last decade, a modernization of the practice has flourished in the rap music, specifically concerning the Gulf Cartel along the Texas-Tamaulipas border, in tandem with the cartel's infighting and the Mexican government's crackdown on gang violence and drugs. And now narco rap is spreading rapidly to other criminal groups throughout Mexico, like the Zetas, the Sinaloa Cartel, and MS-13 in El Salvador. It's also cropped up in Spanish-speaking communities in the US, with narco rap songs delivered in English for the Latin Kings in Chicago and the Sureños in LA. The Gulf Cartel is one of the oldest gangs in the country, with origins tracing back to the Prohibition era. It expanded into cocaine in the 80s and 90s, but the Gulf Cartel is perhaps most infamous for drug lord Ociel Cárdenas Guillén, whose reign turned Tamaulipas into arguably the most dangerous state in Mexico. I know I butchered Ociel's name, so my my bad. If he's watching this for some reason, even though he's locked up, I don't know how he'd be watching this, but if he is, then I'm sorry. Don't come after me, bro. I'm sorry. But anyways, getting back into the video, when Ociel took control of the cartel in the late 90s, he recruited a number of Mexican military deserters to form his own army like death squad, known as the Zetas. After Ociel was arrested in 2003 and extradited 4 years later, the Gulf Cartel faced an uncertain future. As 2007 was also the same year, then President Felipe Calderón began using Mexican military to battle organized crime. In the 10 years since Mexico's government declared war on the country's drug cartels, more than 150,000 people have been murdered and roughly 28,000 people have disappeared. Narco Rap could be traced back to the song El Tigre by MC Mabo, a member of Mexico's well-known gang rap clique, Cartel de Santa. It's believed to be the first dedication for a member of the Gulf Cartel, released around 2009. Although Cartel de Santa has stayed away from making additional rap tracks, the genre was quickly taken up by hip-hop duo Cano and Blunt in Reynosa and Mexican Boy in Matamoros, who all began the proliferations of dedications around 2010. However, the most famous and popular rappers to emerge on the scene are Big Los and 50/50. We also have Mexican singer Yahir Saldivar, SC9, also known as La Chimichanga, is going viral thanks to TikTok. And we can't get this infectious cumbia melody out of our heads. Are cumbia belicas the next big thing? While it's too early to tell, the Matamoros, Tamaulipas singer is quickly becoming an artist to watch, repping over 4 million monthly listeners on Spotify already. On February 24th, he officially published the music video for SC9, garnering over 16 million views to date. But get this, though the viral music video was released a month ago or so, it remains number 9 on the YouTube's top 100 music videos in the United States, solidifying the fact that the internet is currently obsessed over the new musical innovation. But that's not all. Another viral hit on TikTok is his track El La Ferrata with Los Parna, MC Window, and El Cash, with over 11,000 views on their platform. Social media users can't get enough of the singer's vocals, which veer on uniquely nasal on top of a classical 90s cumbia influenced song. A TikTok user wrote, "Du recreated the phenomenal sound of the 90s cumbias." Another TikTok user commented in Spanish, "The rhythm is old, but with the belicona lyrics it does hit." Other people compared his songs to emblematic cumbia artists like Grupo Topaz, Grupo Bagdad de Matamoros, y Señor Chivo, which the artist clarified he is a fan of. He commented in Spanish, "Many criticize me, but I like to do what I do. And if I took their tone, it's because I'm a big fan of Topaz, Bagdad, and Mr. Chivo. I love that music." Not only are people online loving his sound, but artists are also entertained by it. Santa Fe Clan praised Yahid's tunes and invited him to collaborate in the comment section of his SC9 music video. Something's good about your songs, Carnelito. We love to record some cumbias together. At the time of me recording this video, they actually did make a song together, and in my opinion, it's pretty good. They do make a good duo, and both have pretty good motives and intentions by the look of it. At the same time, Yahid's winning his fans over by performing for them in the streets, making them love him even more.
Los quisiera ayudar, pero pues ahí está mi música para que la escuchen y vean las experiencias de todo lo que me rodea.